Let's see how you do under pressure. Oh, yeah, I've been wanting this forever. I've been in the field with whatever they throw at me. Brush it off, pick myself up, moving on to the better. Okay, hey, yeah, ain't no errors, baby, it's a new era. I wake up early, feeling rich like I'm Kesha. I get to the paper, boy. Extra, extra. Work with me, you know.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome in to another episode podcast to talk about our favorite team, the Arizona Cardinals. And as you can tell, a lot of people seem to be very, very down on the Arizona Cardinals as of right now. It's a back and forth type of league. I'm not out on the Cardinals myself, but I understand that Cardinal fans right now are some are hitting that panic button right now. And I'm here to try to tell you guys, chill out. It's fine. Yes, we got manhandled by the Seattle Seahawks. And if we just scored a freaking touchdown or two, like, we could have won this freaking game. Like, this wasn't one of those games where the Cardinals got absolutely obliterated. No, we didn't. This defense really showed out for this Arizona Cardinal team. It's just unfortunate that the offense couldn't get their SHIT together. As simple as that, ladies and gentlemen. But before we start the show, let me give a huge shout out here to the sponsors of the AZ Sports Fan here on YouTube. That's going to be BetUS. If you're looking for a brand new sportsbook, BetUS is the way to go. Currently, right now, if you use promo code YouTube150, they will provide you with a 150% sign-up bonus on your first deposit and 125% sign-up bonus on the following two. That's going to be using promo code YouTube150 upon signing up. Of course, bet responsibly and bet within your means. But ladies and gentlemen, let me give some shout-outs here to the people that are currently in the chat. We got Ivan, we got Michael, we got Andrew, we got ADAZ, Joan, Juan, Jesus. Appreciate y'all for being in the chat. Do me a huge favor. Smack up the like button on your way in, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to be talking about the comments of Jonathan Gannon, a post-game. We're also going to be talking about the comments from Kyler Murray post-game as well. So a lot to get to. So let's go and get started here. All right, let's first dive right into what Jonathan Gannon had to say about this game.
I think the value of the ball. You know, I felt like the interception was a big play. I think we got to protect the quarterback better. Seemed like the pocket was collapsing a little too much, and that goes into all 11. That's not just the O-line. That's the quarterback, the backs, the receivers, timing, rhythm. I think that defensively, I got to do a better job. When they start to play a certain style, we got to have a couple more bullets. That was completely on me because I wanted a tight menu this week, and that was not good by me. And so we'll just get back at it, fundamentals and everything that goes into winning and losing. That's what we'll look at tomorrow.
Everything that goes into winning and losing. Now, the defense did everything they possibly can to win this game. They did. This is what Jonathan Gannon had to say about the defense.
Defense give you a chance today?
Yeah, I do. I mean, I thought that they hung in there and battled, forced a bunch of punts, kept points off the board. I thought the interception by Garrett was fantastic, kept us in the game there, kept points off the board. But we made some mistakes. We made some mistakes, starting with me. I'm pissed off at myself because I'm the first culprit. But then we'll get better as a staff, and the players will get better.
So I don't know if you can tell. Still going through some issues here with the voice. So I apologize in advance. Still trying to get over this darn sickness that hasn't really let me talk in the way that I need to. But yeah, I mean, when you hear Jonathan Gannon, he speaks very, very truthfully, right? This game could have been won. It could have been. This defense did a really good job in keeping us in this game. The offense didn't give us very much to work with, unfortunately. Did we have opportunities? We did. We absolutely did. But the Seattle Seahawks were the better team that game. They absolutely were. Outcoached, for sure. I see my guy Joan in the chat. Offense was outcoached, absolutely. It almost kind of felt like the Arizona Cardinals offense had a specific game plan that they wanted to keep to, right? They wanted to keep to a specific game plan, and I'm not sure if it's because of the weather, right? And it is excuse, right? It is, and I'm not gonna sit here and say it's not. It is. Maybe because of the weather, we were trying to do run heavy, dink and dunk, right? Don't throw the ball deep down the field because we weren't getting those explosive plays that the Cardinals at least have one or two of those explosive plays, even when we were a run heavy team, right? We weren't able to do anything. It was very frustrating to see as a Cardinal fan. It really was. Now, Jonathan Gannon did also mention about Kyler Murray's injury. I know there was a lot of people that were really scared and worried about Kyler Murray. Obviously, he finished off the game, so after that, nobody was really worried, but he did explain what exactly happened during that play.
Yeah, I think that was from up top. They called down. The guy burped him. He
Burped him.
Capped him off, fell on him. He lost his wind. That's why he didn't get up immediately. They thought it might have been a head issue, so made him go in a temp, but he was fine.
Burped him. That's funny. Yeah, I mean, and he just lost his wind. Imagine 250, 300-pound man landing on you, right? Like that's going to hurt. It's going to hurt. I thought it was going to be worse in terms of an injury. Now, granted, I'm so glad that Kyler Murray is okay. He was able to finish off the game. But this offense, man, this offense looked very, very worrisome. It really did. And I see my guy here in the chat saying the blueprint is out, but the blueprint has already been out, right? We've already seen teams that if they can execute it perfectly, they know how to beat the Arizona Cardinals, right? You stack the box. You don't let James Conner do what James Conner does. And I was hoping that if the Seahawks were going to do that, we were going to have some sort of answer. And we didn't. We absolutely didn't. And that's one of the most frustrating parts of this game because you would think Drew Petzing would say, "Oh, let's do this," right? Or not even just Drew Petzing, right? This is a loss on the whole offense, right? On the whole offense. The only people that I excuse on the offensive side of the ball are the pass catchers. That's it. That's it. And even then, you probably could say there's a little bit of blame to them too. Just cuz, right? But the pass catchers, I don't blame them one bit. Trey McBride went off. Michael Wilson had an unbelievable catch. Marvin Harrison Jr. had a really good anticipation throw that he literally turned around and he had to make a split-second decision and made that catch, right? I don't blame them. I blame the run game that wasn't able to get going. I blame Kyler. I blame Drew. I blame this offensive line that wasn't able to get the run game going, right? Everything about this offense reeked. It was bad. It was a terrible performance by the Arizona Cardinals from the top to the bottom, right? And there's no way around it. There's no sugarcoating it. I've already seen some comments here on my post-game show, and a lot of people making excuses. No, you got to acknowledge what the issue is. If you don't acknowledge what the issue is, then it can come back and haunt you, right? You got to acknowledge that Kyler Murray didn't have his best game, right? You got to acknowledge that this offensive line got beat, right? We are supposed to be the team that out-physicals people. That's who the Cardinals are supposed to be. That's supposed to be their mantra, their identity, right? That's supposed to be what we are, right? But you got the Seattle Seahawks, and they absolutely out-physicaled us. Paris Johnson Jr., although still an amazing pick for the Cardinals, struggled. Jonah Williams struggled. Evan Brown struggled. Now, can you blame that as to why Kyler Murray struggled and it looked a little antsy and it looked a little skittish? Maybe. Yeah, you can. Right? It's all a trifecta, right? Something that doesn't work usually affects something else. That's usually how it works. And you've heard Jonathan Gannon say multiple times that if all 11 people on the field aren't doing their job, it's hard to get this offense to run as efficiently as we need it to, right? Now, for the people out there saying, "Oh, man, you're a Kyler Murray hater, Mike. All you do is blame Kyler Murray." Well, let's dive into what Kyler Murray had to say about this game and why he felt like the Arizona Cardinals lost. Let's dive into what Kyler Murray had to say.
Self-inflicted, whether it's penalties, a negative run. Obviously, I can't give him 7 points. We just couldn't keep going. Critical times. We didn't stay on the field and we just didn't make it happen. It was frustrating day offensively, especially the way we've been playing, to come out here and kind of lay an egg and just kind of really get physically dominated in a sense. So like I said, credit to them.
So here's the thing, right? James Conner was stopped a lot of this game, right? I feel so foolish because I've said this before on multiple podcasts, right? Whether it was the NFC West Roundtable on my preview videos, that the Arizona Cardinals don't stop the run. No matter if it doesn't work, they don't stop the run, right? They don't stop it. They constantly hound because that's our identity. But the Arizona Cardinals stopped the run. Now, granted, did James Conner did he look very good? No, he didn't. James Conner finished off this game with less than 10 yards on the ground? It's crazy. The Seattle Seahawks had their way with the Cardinals. They made us change our identity literally from 1 week to the next. Now, granted, yes, we had a bye week the prior week, but our identity of what got us here was running the ball. And the Arizona Cardinals didn't do it, right? Now, was it working? No, it wasn't. it really, really wasn't. I mean, when Trey Benson was in there, it was a little bit more disguisable, right? Or Amari DeMarcado was a little bit more disguisable. It almost kind of feels like the Seahawks stacked the box when they knew it was going to be a run. And guess what? I'm watching the game, and I know it's going to be a run. So, these defensive linemen, they get paid millions of dollars to try to figure out what this offense is going to do pre-snap. They're going to know, right? They're going to know what the Arizona Cardinals are going to do. So it's one of those things it's frustrating. It really is. It's frustrating as an Arizona Cardinal fan to see that, because I said this on the video that I just posted about 2 hours ago now, that I was hoping that we were not going to see any of these more games anymore, right? These offensive woe games, right? Because that's what this was. It was the Arizona Cardinal defense came out of this bye week and said, we're ready to go, right? We're going to knock the brakes off Geno Smith. And guess what? 5 sacks. 5 sacks for the Arizona Cardinals defense. Now, was there some times that Geno Smith was sitting back there making a ham sandwich? Yes, there was. Was it frustrating? Yes, it was. Blame that on Monty. But blame that on the personnel, the people that we have here on the defense, right? 5 sacks. And I've said this before in my preview. I'm confident that the Arizona Cardinals defense are going to provide us at least 1 turnover in this game. 1 or 2, I said. They're going to provide us 1 or 2 turnovers in this game. On the preview, Garrett Williams and then David Collins had that fumble strip sack. Unfortunately, they got the ball back. But these are the type of stuff that you need to be able to score points when that happens, right? Momentum is such a big thing, and I get it. Jonathan Gannon says he doesn't believe in it, right? Whatever. Momentum's a real thing. You got to be able to score the points when momentum's on your side. And the Arizona Cardinals offense could not do it. They couldn't do it at all to save their lives. And it's frustrating. It's frustrating as a Cardinal fan to see that, because Kyler Murray said it himself, right? Let's listen back to what Kyler Murray's thoughts about this game was again, right?
Self-inflicted, whether it's, penalties, a negative run. Obviously, I can't give him 7 points.
That's 7 points. And here's the thing. It wasn't even 7 points. It was 6 points, right? So Kyler Murray says 7 points, but he's talking about the touchdown, right? There was a touchdown scored on that pick 6 with Kyler Murray sails the ball over, trying to go to Michael Wilson, but clearly over his head, not even close. Lands in the hands of Kobe Bryant, and it's a pick 6. On that same touchdown, their their field goal kicker came out and missed the kick. So it was literally a 6-point swing. That's all it was, a 6-point swing. This defense only gave up 10 points. That's it. 10 points to Geno Smith, that has he was like top 4, top 5 in passing yards. Now, granted, he still had a pretty darn good game through the air. I mean, pretty decent. This defense only gave up 10 points. That's it. And the offense couldn't score a touchdown when Trey McBride was absolutely wide open in the end zone. And there was a callback touchdown by, unfortunately, Paris Johnson Jr. got caught holding, right? Got caught holding. The Michael Wilson touchdown was voided out because of self-inflicted wounds, right? Kyler didn't look like Kyler in this game. Can he get better? Can he learn? Of course. That's what we're all waiting for, right? I don't think anybody's hitting the panic button, or at least I'm not. I'm not hitting the panic button. We're still in the thick of things. We're 6-5 right now, ladies and gentlemen. We're 6-5, and we're in the second spot of the division. But let me say one thing right now. If this doesn't get this Arizona Cardinal team to light a fire under their behinds, I don't know what will. Because the utmost disrespect thing that happened after that pick six happened in the whole crotch grab, right? The Marshawn Lynch crotch grab. They did that. They did that. So what does that mean? When they come here, pay it back. Pay it back. I'm not saying crotch grab. I'm not saying that. Don't let them breathe. Put your foot on their neck. Get this offense going. In defense, I got more confidence right now in the defense than I do in the offense. But I also do think that this was a fluke game. It sucks that we're still having fluke games. That's the truth. It sucks. But it is what it is at this very moment. This offense needs to get their stuff together in a consistent manner because we got the Vikings coming our way. I know I'm thinking Vikings, and that's, as a fan, I'm just thinking I'm thinking of these guys. I really am. I'm thinking of week 14. And I know I shouldn't be because we got the Vikings coming our way, but you got to make an example out of these guys, the Seattle Seahawks, that did what they did. Congratulations, you won. But it's not like you absolutely demolished this Arizona Cardinal team. You got a very, very good pick six. Congratulations. All they did was score 10 points on our defense. That's it. The biggest problem is that our offense they couldn't do anything. We were suffocated by their defense. Suffocated. So what happened this week, right? The Arizona Cardinals offense came and tried to be the Arizona Cardinal offense that we thought. But Seattle had another thing coming for us. That Seattle defense had another thing coming for us. They said,
"You lose! Good day, sir!"
It's frustrating. It's frustrating. Because we know that this offense can be better than what we just saw here on yesterday. Right? We know they can. Everything that went wrong for the Cardinals offensively. Now, time to look at the tape, time to look at the film and see exactly what can be fixed. Now, I haven't dived into the film yet. I'm going to once I get it. I'm pretty sure I have it already. I just haven't watched it yet. But there's these things that we've seen in this game that needs to get fixed. Trey McBride, come on. How are we missing Trey McBride in the end zone? How? You got to hit that, Kyler. You got to hit that. If he looked his way just a little earlier, I think we definitely could have got a touchdown there with Trey McBride. Unfortunately, we had to settle for a field goal, and we were only able to muster 6 points against this defense. And like I said, give kudos to where kudos is due, right? Give kudos to where kudos is due. This Seattle Seahawks team did a fantastic job against our offense. Fantastic. And I don't want to take anything away from them. But I know darn well that this Arizona Cardinal offense is better than what we saw here on Sunday. I think they're better than that. And if they're not, we'll know in 2 weeks, right? We'll know in 2 weeks. I either take my take to the grave or I'm right. But let me just say this right now. If you're not fueled in week 14 with what they just did with the crotch grab, I don't know what will. Culturally, that wouldn't be accepted at any other organization that has a very, very good culture. Use that as fuel in week 14 and demolish those guys. Demolish. But any chance the Cardinals had for any life, it was dwindled away. Because that defensive line was suffocating our offensive line. Good for them. Kudos to them. Not good for them. Kudos to them. Good for them means I'm implying that, oh, good job. No, I didn't mean it that way. I meant like kudos to them. That defense is a lot better than I thought they were going to be. Was it game plan? Was it situational? Was it the weather? I don't know, and I don't care. Just get it fixed. They told you, Kyler Murray, beat us with your arm. And guess what? We couldn't. Challenge accepted. That's what you should be thinking. Challenge accepted. Vikings? That's going to be a tough game. I've said this once and I'll say it again. In this 3-game stretch, the Arizona Cardinals need to at least go 2 of 3 in this 3-game stretch. Now, for the people out there asking me, like, oh, why aren't you as mad as I am? I mean, I am. I'm pretty, but I'm not, like, to the point where I'm livid, right? I'm not livid. Like, was this game winnable? Of course it was. I'm not livid at this loss. And it might be because I truly did think that we were going to lose somewhere in this 3-game stretch. So maybe that's my brain telling myself, hey, we're fine, right? This is what I predicted. Maybe that's what it is. But I'm not livid that the Cardinals lost this game. All it means to me is now the room for error is minimized. Now it tells me that your 2-game stretch needs to start now. You need to take 2 of 3 wins in this next 3-game stretch. And that's before the Patriots, and that's before the Panthers, which I'm not sure if you guys noticed, but the Panthers stood toe-to-toe with the Kansas City Chiefs. Toe-to-toe. So the Panthers aren't going to be an easy gimme win, ladies and gentlemen. We need to come back to our roots. The Vikings right now are 9-2. 9-2. The Packers are 8-3, and the Lions are 10-1. That division in the NFC North is so freaking stacked, it's unbelievable how stacked that division is. But we put ourselves in this situation, right? You got to take 2 of 3. So now you got to beat the Vikings and you got to beat the Seahawks and split with them. Did some people think we were going to sweep the Seahawks? Some people thought that. But this is still the same team that we were seeing in the beginning of the season. Inconsistencies, right? The only thing that we had going for us is that we had a 4-game winning streak, right? That was the only thing that we got going for us. 4-game winning streak. But this is the same team. Inconsistencies on the offensive side of the ball, which is supposed to be the bright spot. We need to find a way to be able to adjust mid-game if what's happening in the first half isn't working. And it does seem like the blueprint is out. Stack the box. Put 7, 8 people in the box. No, 7. And see if the Arizona Cardinals dink and dunk offense can outlast it. You need to be able to make those explosive plays. But on the other side of the coin, when Kyler Murray did drop back, didn't really have a lot of time. 5 sacks on Kyler, 5 sacks on Geno. Geno made more plays than Kyler Murray did. He did. And it sucks for me to admit it. But he did. When Geno Smith was pressured, he made more plays than Kyler did. We got to learn from what the heck just happened in this game. Right? We got to learn. Because if you don't, we're going to be some very, very serious water. Very, very serious guess I'm not sure if water is the right word I'm trying to use, but you know what I mean. We're going to be in a very, very crazy situation if the Cardinals can't get this right. You're now forced to go on a 2-game winning streak because you need to stay at the top of the division. This is Jonathan Gannon talking about the defense for the Arizona Cardinals and if they kept us in this game. This is what Jonathan Gannon had to say.
Defense give you a chance today?
Yeah, I do. I mean, I thought that they hung in there and battled, forced a bunch of punts, kept points off the board. I thought the interception by Garrett was fantastic, kept us in a game there, kept points off the board. But we made some mistakes. We made some mistakes, starting with me. I'm pissed off at myself because I'm the first culprit. But then we'll get better as a staff, and the players will get better.
I mean, right now, at 6-5, it's long from over. Long from over. Ladies and gentlemen, long from over. The best thing we got going for us right now is the 49ers lost and the Rams lost. It's the best thing we got going for us right now. Yes, are we living in a world right now that 7-4 would have been lovely? Yes, it would have been lovely. But adversity, right? Adversity hits. You learn a lot more from losses than you do wins. Now learn from this loss and get better. Because so far, the last 2 weeks, I said this defense has actually exceeded expectations. And they're just consistently still exceeding expectations for us. What is Baron Browning? What did Baron Browning do? I mean, there was a couple plays that he was, made some impact here and there. But it goes back to what we've been talking about since the beginning of the year. Why is Monty Ossenfort not favoring or thinking of this D-line? Like, I don't understand it. I really don't. I get it. Injuries, right? Injuries were a big, big thing. But then you had an opportunity to double down here in the trade deadline to do something. And Monty Ossenfort still. I mean, I'm not going to sit back and say, oh, this pass rush is absolutely garbage, because I don't think they're garbage. I think this defense is doing a really good job, right? When they give them the opportunities, they're doing a pretty darn good job. It's just the inconsistencies that we're seeing with this D-line, right? You can either see Geno Smith getting sacked for 5 times or see Geno Smith sitting back there making a ham sandwich. Now, granted, that was probably a 3-man rush at that moment where we were dropping back more people in coverage. That might be true, but several times did we see in this game that Geno Smith made a twitch move, run in the outside of the pocket, find an open wide receiver, and it was converted, right? A 3rd and long, 3rd and 7, 3rd and 10, something long that you need to get your offense back on the field. But when the defense did it, the offense was just squandering away. So I guess it is what it is.
You lose! Good day, sir!
Very unfortunate, man. It really is. We are going to open up the phone lines a little later on. Sorry about that. We are going to open up the phone lines a little later on. Any chance to get me to stop talking as much definitely greatly help me out. So we're going to open up the phone lines pretty soon. Let's see what Kyler Murray had to say again about his thoughts.
Self-inflicted, whether it's, penalties, a negative run. Obviously, I can't give him 7 points. We just couldn't keep going. Critical times. We didn't stay on the field and we just didn't make it happen. It was a frustrating day offensively, especially the way we've been playing, to come out here and kind of lay an egg and just kind of really get physically dominated in a sense. Like I said, credit to them.
Physically dominated. That's what happened. Physically dominated, ladies and gentlemen. The Cardinals got physically dominated. And that's coming out of Kyler Murray's mouth, not mine. That's Kyler Murray saying we got physically dominated. And they did. Physically dominated. That D-line wreaked havoc on our O-line. And I've seen on the chat that we should have started Kelvin Beachum over Jonah. I mean, was that a factor? It could be. I mean, it could have been. But, I mean, I feel like everybody was kind of getting beat left and right. So, like, it's one of those things where Jonah Williams is going to be our right tackle for the next, so this year and next year, right? So I can't say 2 years anymore, but so this year and next year. If we needed a game for him to get his feet under him, I don't blame the Cardinals for throwing Jonah Williams in this game. I really don't. I would have done the same if I was the coach. Seriously. Was Kelvin Beachum actually playing pretty darn good? He was. He was. But when your guy that's supposed to be your right tackle for the next 2 years is in, he's healthy, you put him in. Now, Jonah Williams did come out and actually talk about, obviously, he could have been better, but he felt like he played fine. A lot of things that got to be improved. He got to get his legs back under him. And I agree. Did he play a perfect game? No, he didn't. But neither did Evan Brown. Neither did Paris Johnson Jr., right? Tristan Colon also had a penalty or two, right? Everybody was getting beat. That whole offensive line was getting worked. Out-physicaled, right? Plays that should have been made or plays that shouldn't have been made were made. You also got to remember that these plays that are being made are such split-second decision, plays where Kyler Murray decided to throw the ball to Michael Wilson, but instead throws it to Kobe Bryant, right? Where, Drew Petzing, instead of running the ball to complete that fourth down, they go with Kyler Murray, which I'm not really mad at it, honestly. Like, if you think about it, like, I've saw some comments out there saying, oh, why don't you let James Conner tote the rock, right? With that fourth and the fourth down. They knew that we were going to run the ball. They knew it. They knew that we were going to try to run the ball. If you didn't watch the replay, they were there. So, like, if we did run with James Conner, it would have been boom, right? Now, granted, would I have taken a stop James Conner over a pick six? Of course. Of course. But situationally, we didn't know that was going to happen. We didn't know. Now, should have Kyler Murray not throw the ball to their opposing quarterback? Yes. But he was trying to make a play. He was trying to go for Michael Wilson. Michael Wilson was in the vicinity. Pretty far away from where the ball was, but he was there, right? So I don't blame the play call. I don't. Drew Petzing has a little bit of a blame, yeah, for escaping the run. But the situation that we found ourselves in was we were down. We were never leading in this game except for when we were up 3-0. That's it. That's it. We were never up in this game at all. We scored 6 freaking points. 6! Can we get it fixed? Absolutely. I think we can. I really do. I think this Arizona Cardinal team, it's got the heart and the culture is being built. They got to take all this negativity that people are already saying. I'm seeing Cardinals fans out here saying some outlandish things, right? Outlandish things. But I don't blame them at the same token, right? You want belief, Cardinals organization? You show the belief. You show the consistency, right? You show it. You're the organization that's performance-based. You do it, right? Show people that you are going to go for the West and win the West. I don't blame fans that feel some sort of way because we had another opportunity that we squandered. Because we did. This was an opportunity that the Cardinals had, and they squandered it. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. We squandered this opportunity. The alternative was the Cardinals were 7-4. That's the alternative. And the Seahawks would have been, what, 5-6? Right? Just like everybody else in the division. That was the alternative. But no. Nope. Instead, we took the opposite route, right? So let's do this, ladies and gentlemen. Let's open up the phone lines. I want to hear what you guys have to say in the chat. Appreciate you guys for being here, by the way. Do me a huge favor, smack up the like button. Appreciate you guys. I'm going to go ahead and post a link here on the YouTube side. If you guys are watching this on X/Twitter, you're only able to jump on the YouTube side if you want to jump on. If not, no worries. Sit back, relax. Let's see what the rest of the Bird Gang has to say. But the link has been posted, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to jump on and let us know how you feel, there it is. If you don't, no worries. Sit back and let's see what everybody else has to say. If there is anybody that wants to jump on and let us know how they feel about the Arizona Cardinals. I don't think the sky's falling personally, but I understand where people are coming from, that people that that don't believe, right? It's fine. It's the Cardinals that need to prove it. All right. We got our first caller coming in. Let's go and change this view up here real quick. All right. Let's bring in Joe on. What's up, man? You are live on the AZ Sports Fan here on YouTube. Talk to me, Joe. How are you feeling about the Cardinals?
To be honest, I was a bit pissed about the loss. Although Murray almost had 300 yards passing, it felt most of the yards were garbage yards. McBride had a really good game.
Yeah.
Defense was absolutely beast. Hats off to Nick Rallis and the defense. Well done. But personally, I think the team needed this loss to just to say, you know what? We were on a 4-game winning streak. Just get back to earth. Work hard next week, and then go to Vikings and maybe get the upset there.
That's a good way to think about it. Maybe you needed this loss. Maybe you needed to come back to earth. And why not on the Seahawks team where you still have an opportunity to be 1-1 against them? Because we got them in 2 weeks here. I agree. How do you think about the Seahawks team? Like, how do you feel about the Seahawks team? You think they're a real threat?
I missed the first quarter. I don't know what happened with my phone. I think the Seahawks is now for me unless for us the best option to go to the playoffs than the Rams and the Niners.
Okay, that's fair. I like that take when you said they might have needed this. Yeah, I mean, I don't think the sky's falling personally. I think the Cardinals can rebound. They just need to fix up a lot of things here on the offensive side of the ball. All right, Joanne, I'm going to let you go, man. Thank you so much, brother. Later.
See you again.
All right. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Okay. Super simple. If you want to jump on, ladies and gentlemen, the link is right there. Go ahead and click on it. Let me actually post it again because it went away with all the people that are chatting here in the YouTube side. So appreciate you guys for being here, by the way. Click on the link. Jump on in. We did have somebody else here, but I think they ended up hanging up. Let's go over here with Classy. What's up, Classy? He says, if K1 can take accountability, so can Mike for starting the stream after the second half. Sheesh. Right? Blame me. Yes, I got sick. And as you can tell, I'm still a little sick. I had to cough every once in a while. That's fair. If you want to blame this on me, that's completely fine. I'm here for it. All right, let's get with Jake. Jake, you are live on the AZ Sports Fan here on YouTube. Talk to me, Jake. How you feeling about the Cardinals?
Oh shit. Okay. Hey, what's up, dude?
What's up, man?
Am I good?
Yeah.
Am I good? Okay. So first time caller. I'm 18, so I haven't been following the Cardinals too long. But what I've definitely noticed this past few weeks is like Kyler had a lot more time in the pocket. So definitely the offensive line, I think, let us down. But I'm not like too worried for the team. I feel like we can pull it together. Like because we felt this way right after the Packers game, right? We felt the same way.
Yeah.
So that's how I feel.
Yeah, no, that's fair. Absolutely. Great call. Real quick, I know you're fairly new. How long have you been a Cardinal fan, if you don't mind me asking?
Well, I mean, I'm 18, so that's like I wasn't here during like the 70s and the 80s and like that whole kind of slump. But I've been following them since basically 2014, 2013.
Sweet, cool. I mean,
I'm from South Carolina. The only tickets I got were for the Panthers game, so
Yeah.
I'm really hoping, I'm hoping.
That's awesome, man. Well, cool, man. Hey, when I became a Cardinals fan when I was in junior of high school, which would put me around 17, 18 too. So, hey, you're good, man. No worries. I appreciate you for jumping on, brother. Later, man.
I appreciate it.
Yep. Yeah, great call. Yeah, honestly, here's the thing, right? The Cardinals organization right now, there's a lot of fans that are, I don't know, I guess best way to describe it is snake bitten. I guess that's the best way that people feel, right? Like, oh, we knew that this Cardinals weren't going to accomplish anything. Like, what? Why? Like, come on. Like, we're 6-4, or I'm sorry, 6-5 now, right? But we were a 6-4 team. Like, let's not sit here and act like we didn't play and beat the Chargers, right? Like, we didn't play and beat the heck out of the Rams, right? Yes, we had some easy wins against the Bears, but like, it's one of those things where you play your schedule, right? We got a tough matchup here, ladies and gentlemen. But I just want to make sure that everybody's on the same page. Don't write this team off yet. Don't write them off yet. Don't write them off yet. We're 6-5. Got 11 games, right? Would have been better and ideal to be 7-4, of course. Of course. But just like my guy Joan said, maybe this is what the Cardinals needed. Maybe this was a wake-up call to say, hey, you ain't hot SHIT, right? Get your SHIT together. You got the Vikings. You got the Seahawks. Patriots and the Panthers. And then you finish off with the division games, right? Then you got the division games to end your season. So, 6 more games left. We're done with our bye week. Maybe it was the bye week blues. I don't know. I got confidence that this team can get it together. My wife actually came in last night. And I kid you not. Because she looks at the score before she actually even comes home. Right? She looks at the score. And she was like, oh, I thought you were going to be a lot madder than you are. That's true. I mean, I wasn't mad. I don't know if you guys can tell. I mean, a little frustrated, right? Because this offense, dang you offense, you're doing it again, right? I wasn't mad. It's probably because I tricked my mind to say there was going to be a loss in this 3-game stretch. I know there was going to be a loss. That's probably why I'm not as mad. But now you're putting yourself in a situation that you have to win these next 2 games to stay within the division. Can you still go 1-1 in this 2-game stretch? Yes, you can, technically. And you probably be fine. But it does feel like the race to 10 wins, right, in this division. The Seahawks have the Jets next week. Or this week now. The Jets! Go Jets! That's all I can say. Go Jets! They got the Jets. We got the Vikings, right? Then we got the Seahawks. There is no way you can drop to 0 and you can't. No. Then I get more frustrated if that happens. But I do believe that this Cardinals organization has it within them to not allow the same things we've seen back to back. Earlier in the season, we've seen it. Yes. But we can win. They just got to get their stuff together. That's it. Simple as that. I don't think the sky's falling personally. I really don't. We got my guy in the chat says Murray is shook in his head right now. I think he might have been shook in this game. Yeah. Kyler Murray wasn't playing like Kyler Murray usually does. He wasn't. He was making some very not good decisions. And I'm not trying to pile on Kyler because this is not all on Kyler. No. No, not at all. Offensive line, run game, Drew, everybody. The only person I give a pass or the only position group I give a pass is the receiving core or the receiving weapons, right? Including Trey McBride. Those are the only ones I really kind of give a pass to. So, I'm not mad at this game. I'm really not. But that just means you got to go extra force versus the Vikings. There's no way. There's no way. You can't. Back-to-back losses, not okay. Now, this Vikings game, right now they're sitting at what, 8-2? Is that right? Right now, no, 9-2. Wow. Okay. So the Vikings are 9-2. In this Cardinals game, we're playing in Minnesota. So, not ideal. Not ideal one bit, but like I said, you play the schedule that's in front of you. It's all you can do at this moment. All you can do. We have a guy in the chat says Jets winning would be hilarious. It would be. But we usually don't get what we want. Usually don't. Richie says Jets and Bears are solid. Just because we destroyed them don't mean nothing. Well, I mean, that's fair. That's fair. I mean, the Bears are a solid team. They really are, right? I mean, that's what Caleb Williams got caught slipping too. So it happens, right? And guess what? The Commanders. We didn't even talk about that. We haven't even talked about that. The Commanders. Are we starting to see a collapse with the Commanders? And the only reason why I bring them up, ladies and gentlemen, is because if they start failing, they start losing, then there might be another playoff spot opening up. Now. Let me say this. That NFC North, they're going to have 3 teams most likely hit the playoffs. Their division winner and 2 wild card. So, maybe, just maybe, lady. My goodness. This sickness is killing me. So maybe, just maybe, the Commanders start hitting that fall down. So maybe there is 2 teams in the NFC West that can get through. We just got to take care of what we can take care of. That's it. Take care of what we can take care of, and I think everything will follow suit. What's up, Jake? Appreciate the super chat, man. Thank you so much for jumping on as well. He says, hey, one more thing from the call. It could be worse. You could be Jets media, and we could all be Jets fans. Love the content. Keep it up. Thank you. Appreciate it, man. You're right. 100%. 100%. We could be talking about who's the next head coach. We could be talking about who's the next GM. We're not there. We're still in this. So to hear the fan base already starting to lose faith and starting to lose hope, it hurts. It hurts. It does. As somebody that obviously covers this team for a living, it hurts. It sucks. It's like, man, oh, right, one loss? Like, come on. Like, I get it. Like, there are some good things to take away from this game defensively. Offensively, you're right. No, nothing there, right? But defensively, there's a lot of good things to take away from this game. Garrett Williams looks to be a freaking stud. Savin Collins got himself a strip sack. Unfortunately, it wasn't recovered by us, but 5 sacks. There's good things. But people don't want to look past Kyler Murray not having the best game because he didn't. The O-line got obliterated. But that doesn't mean that in 2 weeks, when we see them again, it's going to be the same thing. It better not be, right? So, there's that. Trash Boat, I see you there. Go ahead. There's the link. If you want to jump back on, go there. There it is right there, man. The link is right there, Trash Boat, if you want to jump on. But yeah, I agree. You can be Jets media right now, Richie, where they are absolutely just in shambles, man. In shambles. I was waiting in the phone line room. Apologize about that. I didn't see you there. So click on it one more time if you want to try again. You can be our last caller. But yeah, here we go. All right, let's get Trash Boat up in this piece. All right, Trash Boat, you are live on the AZ Sports Fan here on YouTube. Talk to me, man. How you doing?
Hey, man. I've been watching you for so long, so this is kind of trippy if I'm being real with you. Like, I used to be delivering Barro's pizzas, and I'd have your stream up, and that'd be like the only thing that would be keeping me sane while I was working.
Appreciate it.
It's crazy to be watching or be on the thing right now, but I just want to get everyone on the same level. A lot of us had no expectations at all for this team. And I was at the Jets game. The entire stadium was full of Cardinals fans. And you guys just got to remember that, like what you say, if we win, we'll show up. And I have a feeling that our team or like our fan base will show up at that Seahawks game. And we'll have a home field advantage again. Like that Jets game was crazy. I've never seen anything like that. It's been years. And I've been a Cardinals fan since we had Kurt Warner as our quarterback.
Right.
And that was like that was crazy. Everyone screaming when Trey McBride hurdled that one guy. It's just like it the energy is going to be different. At least I hope so. But I don't know. What do you think about that?
No, I agree. I'm gonna let you go, Trash Boat. Appreciate you, man. Thanks for rocking with me. Absolutely appreciate it, brother. No, I agree with you. It's when you win, people get excited, right? People get excited. They want to be more involved. They want to believe in this team. We just lost a game on a 4-game winning streak to a division rival where every single week you do not know what's going to happen in a division game. How many times do we say that? It doesn't matter if you're the worst team versus the best team. Guess what? Josh Rosen, remember that name? We swept we swept the 49ers with Josh Rosen. You don't know what's going to happen in these division games. You lost. You got beat. You got punched in the mouth. Okay. True. The Seahawks whipped you. True. Learn from what you did wrong and fix it and clean it. And Cardinal fans, show up. Seahawks versus Cardinals. I'm not telling you how to spend your money at all. Obviously, if you have the funds, well, if you don't, no worries. But don't let this be a deterrent. Don't let this be a deterrent. This team, I don't want to see State Farm Stadium in green. I really don't. I really don't. Let's get with DeMarcus. We got last call here from DeMarcus. You are live on the AZ Sports Fan here on YouTube. DeMarcus, talk to me. How you feeling about the Cardinals?
I'm feeling okay. But yesterday it was kind of frustrating because our offense couldn't get going, and our defense was doing good, but our offense wasn't doing that good. And Trey McBride was the only person that did good. And when Kyler Murray threw that pick six, I was like, What is he throwing? Because like that was just a dumb throw. I
We're
wish he
cooked.
would have threw it out, but he did it. But we have Minnesota next week, so we gotta worry about that. Hopefully we win, and then hopefully home against Seahawks we beat them because we need to beat them.
Yeah.
We actually have to. That was
No,
embarrassing. I can't even
need
lie.
to is an understatement. What they did with that whole crotch grab is absolutely personal, in my opinion.
And then when Murray threw the pick six, I didn't even see him. Like, did he just like give up or something?
Yeah, yeah, but yeah, I mean, but like, yeah, but it's just I'm more worried about the disrespect that they gave to us. I mean, they've beaten us like 2 years in a row already. So I mean, I get they got a
Yeah,
lot of they got a lot of big head over there right now. So
yeah.
all
And
right,
James Conner couldn't get going, but
yeah,
yeah, it was nice talking to you. You have a good day.
thank you, you too, Demarcus. Appreciate you.
Bye.
All right. Good calls, man. Good calls. We're getting a lot of new people too. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for jumping on. I know it's not uh the easiest thing to jump on when you have viewers here. I know a lot of people get, a little nervous. Guys, I'm a fan as much as you guys are. I'm just a regular person with a microphone. That's all it is here, ladies and gentlemen. So, Trash Boat, thank you for jumping on. DeMarcus, thank you for jumping. Jake, thank you for jumping on. Absolutely appreciate you guys, and I will never ever disrespect anybody for coming on the show, even if you have a different take than I do. I don't care. I mean, different opinions make this world go around. That's exactly why we're here. So I appreciate you guys for jumping on. Truly do. I want to highlight here, Arjun. What's up, man? I haven't seen you on a stream in a very long time. It's been a bit. Appreciate you for jumping on. He says, I dropped $350 in 6-hour road trip on this game, bruh. First real life AZ game ever since ever to see 6 points. Yeah, that's rough, man. That's rough. Yeah. I mean, I bet that Seattle Stadium is pretty cool though. That Lumen Field. I know that you don't want to hear that. You dropped a lot of money. That sucks, man. That sucks. But I appreciate you guys. I really do. I appreciate everybody for jumping on and having a good time. And don't give up. It ain't over yet. Now, if we lose to the Vikings and then we lose to the Seahawks again, okay, then we're talking about something different. But I do believe we can bounce back. We can bounce back, ladies and gentlemen. Let's believe in this team. All positivity from here on out. We can do it. Just like my heritage say, si se puede. Yes, we can. We can do it, ladies and gentlemen. Let's take a couple more comments here, and then we're going to be closing up shop. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in here. Appreciate y'all. What's up, Claymore? He says it doesn't matter that they lost. They're going to have that's going to happen and any given Sunday. It's the way that they lost. It looked like JG did not have the team ready. That's fair. I mean, that's fair. Yeah. I mean, that's my frustration too. 100%. If you haven't watched my videos, my mindset wasn't, oh, we lost. It is how we lost. You're 100% correct. This offense didn't show up at all, right? And that's an attribute to every single person in that locker room offensively, except for the passing guys, right? Your Trey McBride, your Michael Wilson, your Marvin Harrison Jr. Hell, throw Greg Dortch in there if you want, right? It is. I agree with you. I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Let's see what JG can do. Bounce back, man. That's all you can do. Bounce back. Sergio. What's up, Sergio? Man, we got a 10 bomb coming our way. What's up, Sergio? Let me get you a DJ air horn. Appreciate it, man. He says, I wonder if the rain was a factor for K1 overthrowing his receivers. On top of all the pressure that our O-line allowed, I don't think it's all on Kyler. I don't think it's all on Kyler either, personally. I really don't. I think the O-line and the start from the game, the out-physicalness that the Cardinals were dealing with, I feel like it put them in a frazzled, that's the word, frazzled state, right? Kyler Murray wasn't playing confident, right? But it didn't start off from the jump. It's because he was constantly harassed. It was because he was constantly not having time in the pocket. Now, did Kyler Murray also not make good throws when he did have time? Yes, there was some things that you're like, bro, what are you doing, right? So I agree. It's not all on Kyler. It's not, right? It's game plan. It's Drew. It's situational play calling. It's Kyler. It's offensive line. It's everything. It's everything. 100%. I'm right there with you. It's not all on Kyler. But there was some things that need to be cleaned up. And like Kyler said, right? Because he even came out and said himself, now is he being a leader here? Right? Is he just saying it's all on me because he's a leader? This is what Kyler Murray's thoughts on this game.
Self-inflicted, whether it's penalties, a negative run. Obviously, I can't give him 7 points. We just couldn't keep going. Critical times. We didn't stay on the field and we just didn't make it happen. It was a frustrating day offensively, especially the way we've been playing, to come out here and kind of lay an egg and just kind of really get physically dominated in a sense. Like I said, credit to them.
Physically dominated, laid an egg. I mean, yeah. Yes. The Cardinals offense was trying to do stuff. They were trying to do something. And the Seattle Seahawks defense said,
You lose! Good day, sir!
Good day, sir. You couldn't get it done. So although I'm one of those guys that's saying, yeah, you're right, it's not all on Kyler. I'm right there with you. But we also can't ignore the fact that Kyler Murray is still dealing with the same issues that he was since year one. Why are we not throwing the ball away? Why? Why are we not throwing the ball away? Why? Can somebody explain that to me in chat? Why? Does nobody remember that play where Kyler Murray runs out of the pocket? It looks like he was going to run it, but it was a defensive lineman, and I don't think he knew, or I don't think he even thought he was going to get away from him. So instead of throwing the ball away on 2nd and 1, he gives himself up, loses 2 yards. Now, granted, we converted that 3rd down, thankfully, but we see that. We see that. Not consistently, but we see things like that you need him to start making better decision making, right? You can't lose 2 yards when your option is to throw the ball away. You can't. I get he's trying to make a play. I get it's split decision, but that split decision needs to be a big factor in your mind as to you got to throw that freaking ball away. You're not going to run away from that big man? Okay, that's fine. You tried. Throw the ball away. Throw it. The pick 6 to Kobe Bryant. Yeah, that one hurt. That hurt. The rain might have been a factor. It might have been. But if you want to play December and November football, if you want to play November and December football, it's going to continue to be inclement weather. So, figure it out. Figure it out. Everybody's getting paid way too much to not figure out how to not throw a ball in the rain. I get it. I'm not able to do it either. That's fine. I'm not able, but I'm not getting paid millions and millions of dollars to do so. I'm sounding a lot like Sean McVay right now. It's freaking weird. But continue to talk about. I'm also not paid to do so, right? So figure it out. Figure it out. This defense gave plenty of opportunity to this offense, and the offense couldn't get it done.
Okay.
All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to close up shop here. All right. We're going to go ahead and just do a real quick shout out here to our sponsors, BetUS. If you're looking for a brand new sports book, BetUS is the way to go. Currently, right now, if you use promo code YouTube150, they will provide you with a 150% sign-up bonus on your first deposit and a 125% sign-up bonus on the following two. That's going to be using promo code YouTube150 upon signing up. Of course, bet responsibly and bet within your means. But we are going to close up shop here, ladies and gentlemen. Everybody, thank you so very much for tuning in. Everybody who joined in the call and show, everybody who sent a super chat, everybody who smacked the like button here on the stream. Thank you, everybody. Subscribe if this is your first time here. On the road to 16K. And last I looked, less than 200 away, ladies and gentlemen. So appreciate you guys for tuning in as always. We're going to close up shop. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Have a great rest of your day. And as always, go Cardinals.